this is a little bit of a conversation I had tonight. A lot of my students that I teach, whether it's community college or in the jail system, are first generation college students and going to be first generation college graduates. So I came up with some advice based on the conversations we have. One, the first thing I will say is your family is going to be the best support system, but don't always depend on them for guidance. There's a difference with support and guidance. It does take a village to raise a child. You definitely need cheerleaders behind you, supporting you, encouraging you. But the guidance you're going to need a lot of the time is going to come from outside of that and probably be somebody younger if your parents or your support system didn't go to the field that you wanted. Or let's say they did go to college, but it might have been for something different, right? You want to really lock in with somebody that's going to be more of a mentor that can give you that guidance. Number two, most of my students, most first generation college students have to work. You got to work either full-time or part-time or 30 hours a week, however it's going to be. So it's hard to get an internship. So one thing I recommend to a lot of students is go online, go on websites like Coursera or Skillshare, learn about some type of certifications you can get, some certs you can kind of stack up with your degree, whether it's, IT or web design or development or another field you can kind of add to the bachelor's degree that you're doing if you're doing something like business, which is like what I did, right? Definitely helped me. Number three, with your schoolwork, and if you do go for like a certificate, you really want to put an emphasis on building a portfolio. When you first go for these interviews, you want to kind of have something you can show, even if it's something that the employer looks at for like a second. Even if an executive or a higher up looks at it for 1 second, they see that you're taking the initiative and you're a builder, you're building something. You're not showing up empty-handed, you're showing up with leverage. I would say that would definitely set you aside in the job market. So basically, I know for a lot of the time when you're the first one doing something, you're a trailblazer, right? You're cutting edge, you're figuring it out as you go. So these are just some things I've seen and I've kind of been through, to kind of help me out a little bit on my journey. So I hope it helps the next person, 100%.